Once you get comfortable skating forwards at the rink, it's nice to add some style to your skating, so I'm going to show you how. A really nice one we can start with is a 1 foot bubble, because this can give a lot of style very easily, and it's one that a lot of beginners know. So with this one, what you can do is actually add a heel manual. Rather than keeping all 4 wheels on the floor, you can lift the front ones and add a heel manual. This move is really nice because it's a bit of a lazy cruise, because the leg doing this gives you momentum. So you don't have to do stroke skating and work really hard. You've just got that leg working for you. And obviously if it gets tired, you can swap legs. Perfect. Similar to the 1 foot bubble, the scissor is a really good move to do to music because it's easy to vary the speed of it, and if you're a beginner you get to keep 2 feet on the ground. I have an entire video on scissors if you need to know how to do the technique for this one. So what I'm going to do is really just add some style to it. A bit of bounce, go with the tempo of the music, throw your arms in the air. And you can always add the heel manual back in here again. This one gives you loads of speed, but I think it looks so good, and all you're doing is a scissor. It's fantastic. Once you're confident with stroke skating and transferring your weight from foot to foot, all I'm doing is really adding a little bit of style with my free leg. So what I'm going to do is, rather than putting it out like this, I'm just going to bend it and bring it to the side. And each time I skate, I'm going to do that. So you can add a bit of sway to this one because you can add an outside edge. I've got a nice little sway, and then you can do it on an inside edge around the corner. So the one thing with this you've got to be very careful with, particularly if you wear hard wheels at the rink, is to not put this wheel down that you're dragging too hard. Don't put too much weight on that because you can very easily get a flat. So it's just a very gentle touch rather than putting any weight on it, because it will flatten that edge. A little while ago I did a video on the Swirl, which I will link for you. This is a great one because again it's backwards, but you can keep both feet on the floor. So most of my weight is on the foot that's going to be at the front, and I'm just going to do an outside edge. And the back leg is just going to be there to support me. And this is nice because again you can add a bit of sway and a bit of style, a bit of rhythm. This one is also very similar to a dip, which you can also add in, but you have to be careful because the dip is slightly more curved, so don't crash into anybody. So because your leg sticks right out and it's a very deep edge, you need to be aware that you're not going to hit anyone if you decide to do a dip at the rink. The strut is another nice one, and if you've been following my Skate 365 on Instagram, which I've been doing since the beginning of the year, I've done a tutorial on this already. The important thing with the strut is to not put your feet down straight, because you get in your own way. So what you need to do is, as you put this foot down, you put it down at an angle and press on the outside edge. That way it makes space for the other foot to come in front. So when you do this moving, it's really important to keep a nice bent knee, and you can get a little bit of bounce. So after detailing in the Dribbles video of how to not move when you do a dribble, we now want to move. So the best way to do this is the foot that's back is to put weight on those front truck and push down and almost pull yourself back with that to give you some backwards momentum, so you can pull, pull, pull. So then you're moving backwards rather than staying in one position. So when you do the dribble moving, it almost feels slightly more like the moonwalk because you've got that deliberate weight there. So if it helps you to think of the moonwalk for this one, again, you can get a great rhythm with this. I hope hope you have fun next time you go to the disco. I'm Katie, you've been watching Skatie, and I'll see you next time.